What's up, y'all? So, I pray that you have enjoyed videos 1 and 2. Okay? Well, we want to say to you, Happy New Year. Okay? It's been an amazing journey, but we believe that 2017 is going to be your best year ever. And we want to talk about how we've given you some tips on video 1. We talked about how you need to be open to dating.
Yeah.
Okay, that's simply put. Be open to dating. You are grown. It's okay to date. As long as you got boundaries and you know who you are, you can be able to successfully date. And then we talked about in video 2, we gave you some good tips on how to meet other godly singles, and we gave you the best tip about getting your profile picture right on Facebook. So video 3, we want to talk about what is the thing that you must do before you go on your first date in 2017. We are believing with you and standing in agreement that in 2017 you very well may be able to meet the one.
Yes.
But there's something that can happen when you meet the one that needs to already have happened in order to be able to be successful in your future marriage. I'm going to tell you honestly, there was a point in my life where I made marriage an idol. I believe that if I didn't have a wife, that my life didn't have any sense, because I believe that at that point in my life that, man, it wasn't until I was married that I was able to actually do some of the things that I was excited to do in life, like have kids and be successful in ministry and be respected by my other friends who were getting married and actually be invited to the couples dinners, whenever all other couples are going out to eat. There are a lot of things that I couldn't wait to do but I couldn't do it until I was married. And because of that, I made marriage an idol. And I remember one day, and because it would be marriage being an idol, you will realize that you end up not only idolizing marriage, but also idolizing the person you're going to marry. And you begin to fix your mind on this perfect person in your head that is going to make everything perfect whenever you meet them. Fail. And I remember one day God said to me, Jamal, you are so focused on getting married that you have no idea what it takes to stay married. And y'all be honest, man, that thing really hit me in the pit of my stomach, because it was true. I came from a home where I did not see, marriage done at the most excellent state. My parents are still together, but they lacked a lot of things in their marriage. And I remember, watching them and not really knowing what it would take to be in a successful marriage. And then I wouldn't do anything to invest in myself other than have these on and off relationships, and it really showed me how unprepared I was for marriage. And it was then that I began to be intentional about preparing myself for marriage and really getting into the nitty-gritty of knowing what it takes to have a successful marriage. And from there, that's when I spent 2 years intentionally investing into myself. And I can say those 2 years drastically changed my whole paradigm of what love is, of if there's only one person for me to marry, how to be a successful husband, how to be faithful and consistent, what to expect in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years of being with the same person. These are things that I was able to get taken care of before I got married, and they made a huge difference.
Yeah, and I think for me too, personally, during my process of preparation, is that I, did it to the best of my ability, to where, I had the right pastors, I had friends, I had family, I had people that were encouraging me and pushing me to be the best me and to be able to, withstand temptation and everything, but I realized that after I got married, that there were some areas that I wish I would have dived further into. For example, like I wish I would have really dug into like my soul issues of like why I do the things that I do, why I say the things that I say, even looked deeper into my family lineage to see, okay, what did my great grandmother go through? What did on my father's side, my mother's side, to see, because I think we forget to really take into mind that we are products of the past generations. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your grandfather was struggling with alcoholism, and your mother only saw him beat your mom and beat you, then that same spirit and those same actions that you're seeing, it subconsciously becomes your norm. And
Yeah.
even though you may not be hitting, your spouse or hitting your children, or maybe
Yeah.
though you're not alcoholic, you still have these addictive ways. You
Yeah.
have these, you're on an emotional roller coaster. And like, so that's why, one thing that I encourage single women is, especially during this time, is to not just, yes, it's important to have your education. Yes, it's important to have your money and to
Yeah.
have all those different things. But you know what? What's really important is that your soul is whole and it's intact, and the reasons behind the things you do.
Yeah.
And when you're able to verbalize that to your future spouse, and I'm not saying that you have to be perfect when you marry
Not at
him
all.
or her, but you still want to be able to be aware of them, so that when they do come up, you don't run away from it, but you are able to confront it, and you're able to verbalize to your spouse, hey, this is what I'm going through. And then, they'll be able to help you. So for me, a lot of stuff, early on in our marriage, and even now sometimes, I'm learning how to communicate how I'm truly feeling without putting on a mask or feeling as if, he doesn't care. It's just, you want to deal with your dysfunctions. And even though I was raised in church, I was,
Yeah.
I was a spiritual head, but I lacked that depth in that specific area of like my soul, and really finding the root of why I do the things that I do. So that's one area that I encourage you to really get a hold on now.
And the powerful thing is many times we have prayed, God, send me my spouse. And the prayer needs to switch to, God, prepare me for my spouse. Do you know what's crazy about our society? It's easier to get married than it is to get a driver's license. When you get a driver's license, whenever you go to get your driver's license, you got to take a test, you got to do a road test, and you got to do a paper test, right? Making sure you know all the laws of the road. Then you got to be tested on the road to make sure you know how to actually execute those laws on the road. It's easier to get a driver's license and drive a car in America than it is for you to sign your name on a dotted line and say the words I do to another person, and committing your life to them for the rest of your life. Do you see where our society values? And my friend, shouldn't it be a little bit more intentional that you spend time investing into your ability to have successful relationships just as much you do in areas of education, in business, in finance, and these other areas? Your relationships need to be a place of investment. And it's because of this that we have created a place for you to be able to not only grow and develop and become the person God's called you to be for your significant other, but also a place where you can learn the practical tips and tools to help you to meet and find and marry the one. We've created a place called The One University. And The One University is a online exclusive platform for single men and single women, dating men, dating women, for them to come and be able to go through the proper stages. We have 7 stages in The One University that will take you from healing from your past and understanding what things in your life have possibly been disrupted, also helping you to push you into your relationship with God in a new and fresh way. Then we move you into purpose, helping you understand who God's called you to be. Then we're going to take you into you being able to truly get deep into your persevering in singleness. What does that mean? You need to learn how to be okay being single. Our pastor teaches, until you're okay being single, you're not ready to be married. And then we're going to take you into positioning, how to meet other singles. We're going to really walk you through this. And then we walk you down practicing for marriage. All of these stages, there's over 20 courses inside of The One University. There's already, guess what? How many people we already have in The One University? There's over 850 men and women inside The One University right now. And ladies and gentlemen, it works. Down below, you're going to see a link where you can go and actually access the One University page and be able to see all of the success stories and learn more about what the One University can offer you. If you are serious about wanting to be married in the future, or if you're serious about at least starting to date in 2017, listen, your greatest investment will be this. I guarantee you, because it's going to truly enhance you in ways you would have never imagined. And right now, we are opening enrollment. We do not have open enrollment 24/7. You can't just enroll whenever you want or whenever you feel like you're ready. Enrollment will be open between now and January the 8th, and it will close down until we open it again, which that will be an undisclosed time. Right now, it's only $27 a month. It will go up next time we open enrollment. So you want to get in now, and you want to set this time aside in your season of singleness to invest into yourself. And so, my friend, I'm excited for you. Go enroll into the One University. We have shared with you what we know we can help you do. One thing you will find in One University is men and women that are excited to help walk with you, a community of people. Not only that, once a month we have life mastery classes where we're going to teach you how to become better, not only in love, but also in life. You're also going to get a monthly chat with Natasha and I where we're going to dig into your soul, just like we did today, and we're going to really dig into your issues. Only people that are successful in the One University are the ones that recognize they need help. That's it. If you think you're good and you got everything and you don't need anyone's help, then hey, the One University may not be for you. But if you know you're in a season of preparation and you want to be intentional and you want to start 2017 year off right, this is your time. Because we're going to take you from, I don't know how to do this thing, to being completely secure and confident and knowing who to date, how to date, and when to date, and how to get married God's way.
And we look forward to having you in the One University. We look forward to being a part of your love story and to see all that God does. So go ahead and click on the link. We love you guys.
Bye.